his life is not a dress rehearsal. And that's somewhere that came to us in Latin from Dad, because we used to, and all the people that listen to the radio in Toronto know that my dad spoke to Mark and I in Latin. And I don't know all the English the Latin proverbs, but I do know the English translations. Like, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail.
That's right.
And there are all of these little phrases that come to us. And maybe I'm old, and I heard them more often. I had a 3-year head start on Mark. And, we mock what we are to become, right? We mock what we are to become. And the other day, somebody saw me at the radio station and said, "Hey, Jonesy, how are you?" And I said, "Si tu vale viene es." And I thought, oh my God, I sound like my dad. And the translation for that, and Dad used to say that to me on occasion, is, if you are well, all is well. And Dad, to see you well at 90, I'm telling you, anybody who's here that's younger than me, if I make it to 90, I want to party like this too. I'm telling you, I'm putting all on board right now. Okay, right now. And I'm not going to rehash more of what Mark said, but the biggest thing is family is important. And we got that from Dad. And I tell people that, Dad used to tell Mark and I, never follow sports. You'll never put a dime in your pocket. And even now, when we look at it, and both of us, broadcasting professional sports and making money doing sports, and he looks, he says, "Yeah, but if you weren't educated, it wouldn't matter." So as Mark says, "Dad, you're right," because I have my own kids telling me that I'm wrong. But the thing that sticks with me the most, like Mark, is the hard work, is the effort that goes into it. And where it lands you at the end, there's, again, it's been said in Latin, but the English translation, hard work always pays off. It may not pay off at that very moment that you need it to or you want it to. It might be disguised. And what's that phrase, Mark? Opportunity is often disguised as hard work. It's like people that invent stuff. They throw it in the garbage, they crumple it up, throw it in the garbage, and they say, "Aren't you tired of failing?" You say, "I'm not failing, I just know those don't work." And that's something that we always picked up from Dad. And the one Latin phrase that I try to stick to, and I know Mark does as I watch him live his life, and all of us in the room, and all the relatives in the room, Dad's favorite Latin phrase, and we often heard this one when we sat at the kitchen table. Mark and I didn't have desks in our room for a long time. So we sat doing homework at the kitchen table. And Mom was usually...
Same bed for a while, too.
Yeah, same bed for a while, too. And it was strange when we actually got a house and we had to not share a room. We were both kind of lost. And Mom was usually sitting at her sewing machine, making our clothes, patching them, fixing them, whatever. And Dad sat at the dinner table, ostensibly reading the paper while we did our homework. When in actuality, he was peering over our shoulders to make sure the homework was done. I think there were holes in the paper there. And often we'd finish quickly so we could get out and go and play ball or do something or go and watch TV. And he'd say, "Let me see the work." And you'd hand him the work and he'd look at it and wouldn't say anything. He'd just give the work back to you. What? Like, "I'm done, right?" And you're waiting for that affirmation that you're done and it's okay. And then you get a Latin. And this is the one that stays with me. You get non quo sed quo modus. Okay, I've heard that a lot. I start my homework again. Fix it up. Why is it that somebody has the time to do something twice when if you did it the right way the first time, it wouldn't be an issue? So I'd start it and fix it and finish it again, and Mark would do the same thing. And we kept hearing this. Non quo modus sed quo modus. And we heard it at the homework table. We heard it on the basketball court. We heard it all the time. Like constant. And finally, I said, "What is this? Non quo modus sed quo modus. What is that?" It's Latin. Don't ever ask my dad what a word means, because having studied Latin, he is a dictionary. So I finally said, what is that, Dad? What is that? It's, as Mark said, indelibly etched on my brain, that phrase, that Latin phrase. And you know what it means? It means it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And to me, that epitomizes my dad. There it is. Non-formal self-awareness. If you leave here tonight remembering one thing, remember that Latin phrase, because it is not what you do, it's how you do it. And Dad, I want to say, what you did right. And we're all here to celebrate your birthday with you. And hopefully many more to come. Let's have some dessert. DJ, you're going to put some music on. And we want everybody to be dancing as soon as dessert's done. Thank you.
Just want to say one more thing. Thank you to everybody that put a lot of sweat and time and effort into putting this together tonight. Paul, his family, Lisa, the kids, Gloria and Sophia for a wonderful slideshow with the history included. Gloria with the notes about the Ottoman Empire and Jamaica's independence. And last but not least, my lovely wife, Sarah, who spent a lot of time putting it together too. So thank you very much for making this an awesome night. There's still some time to go.